Alright, howdy folks. Welcome to What's in My Gear Bag 2020. I just decided to make this video because, I figured it'd be fun. I figured it'd be, something you guys could use to get in a little bit more on my life and understand what I'm using to make the videos that I make for you guys. So, without further ado, let's get started. I can't really show you the camera I'm using right now because I'm using it. So, I'll do some B-roll of my Canon SL3. I'll talk a little bit about it and the 35mm lens that's on it as well. My audio as well, I will get some B-roll shots of later just because I'm using it. It's in use. Let's start talking about the EOS Rebel SL3. It's my favorite camera that I've ever owned. It's a small DSLR, does 4K 24 frames a second, and honestly fits all of my needs as a shooter. If you need more information about why I love this thing, go ahead and check out my gear video detailing kind of why I picked the SL3 and what I love so much about it, but that is the camera I use for my main shots. Moving on to the Zoom H1N, it is a fantastic recorder. I don't even have to plug a microphone into. It just has that good quality out of mic, and it's fantastic for what I do. Moving on to the Canon Macro 35mm f2.8 lens. I love it so much. It's fantastic for close-ups. Check out my unboxing of it in the last video. So without further ado, let's get to what's actually in the bag. Starting off with my 24mm lens. Now this is hands down one of my favorite lenses, not only because it's super light, but because it's a perfect focal length for a lot of things. It gets just wide enough for me to do most of the things that you as a YouTuber would want to have in like a wide shot. And like I said, it's super light, super compact. It was super cheap, but again, it's Canon glass, as I said in a couple videos. Canon glass, even though it may be cheap, is super useful. So there's the 24mm. I've got a 50mm as well. There's my Canon 50mm. It is honestly perfect for pretty much anything. I mean, this thing's perfect for portraits. This thing's perfect for close-up shots on YouTube, close-up shots in films. It's the nifty 50, so it's the 1.8 aperture versus the 1.4 or the 1.2 L series. It's perfect. It's $100. It's a 100% necessary carry for anybody making film, photo. There's a lot of thunder outside. It's an absolute necessary carry for anybody. So 50mm lens there. I have the 18-55 kit lens. Oh, it's so beautiful. Look at her go. So the 18-55 kit, obviously a perfect starter lens for anybody. Hits all those focal lengths, including the 35 that's on my camera right now, without any hesitation. The one thing that I dislike about this lens is its variable aperture, which I don't think any lens should ever have. I feel like it's easier. It's what, 3.8 to, it's 3.5 to 5.6. It's image stabilized, which is super nice. It's really great for vlogs, really great for a bunch of different stuff. So the 18-55. I have over here my biggest lens, which is going to be my 75-300. It's a little bit older of a 75-300. It's 4 aperture to 5.6 aperture. EF lens, obviously, for my Canon camera. Again, all Canon glass is great. This is just an older hand-me-down kind of a lens that I got from my dad from his photography days, and it does its job. It's fantastic. It pulls focus really well. It's just a little bit old, and it's starting to show its wear, so might upgrade to the 3rd generation of that lens. Duct tape. I typically have gap tape. Duct tape is super important for marking where people should be standing within the proper lighting. I mean, everything in my setups are held together with duct tape. I love duct tape so much. It's super easy to just hold things down, keep things in repair, stuff like that. Mark stuff that you might need to mark. I need a white Sharpie though if you do black duct tape. But yeah, it's fine. It's perfect. This is my ND filter. I gave up my C100, which has built-in ND filters, so this is a 58mm ND variable filter. It's fantastic. You can tell that it's opening and closing as I spin the wheel. Variable ND filters are fantastic. I love them a lot. Ooh, I went past max. Oops. Not supposed to do that. And so you fix that and it's there. I mean, it's fantastic. It only works for 48mm lenses, which kind of sucks, which means I'm going to have to buy a couple other ND filters, but it's the one that I use for my 18-55 if I decide to vlog, if I can't get the proper lighting I want. Next up is my GoPro Hero 4 Session. My family won this in an auction forever ago, and it's been one of our family's daily drivers ever since. I took it to school with me, and they never missed it, so it's my action cam of choice at the moment. Mostly because I don't use action cams enough to justify buying another one. Shoots 1080p 60 at a super wide angle. It does its job, and it's of course indestructible. So there's that. This is a grip for the GoPro, so I can mount it to a bunch of different things. Pretty standard grip. HDMI to mini HDMI cable. This is what I'll be using for like monitors and stuff like that if I ever hook the SL3 up to anything of importance, so I can see shots as they're happening or pull focus and stuff like that. And that pretty much is it. I also have this SD card holder, which apparently just threw all my SD cards all over the place. I have a bunch of Samsung SD cards. It's my go-to Samsung, or my go-to SD card is Samsung. As you can tell, I have plenty of Samsung SD cards to go around. These are all 32. This is the 64 side. I got one Pro Series here and two regular SD cards. Those are fantastic. There are a couple things in the front of the bag. Just a couple extra LP17, LPE17 batteries for the Canon SL3, and then some batteries for my audio, just so I don't run out of any power while I'm on shoots. These are not, honestly, I've been using them for a while now. I don't recommend these. They don't tell you on the readout how much battery you actually have left. They just read full battery until they just randomly die on you. So that's terrible for corrupting footage and other things like that. So I honestly don't recommend these. I bought these because they were super cheap, and they're actually kind of useful in a pinch, but I don't recommend these for anybody. I would just stick to spending the $50 on the regular Canon lens or regular Canon batteries. But that being said, that's it for my camera bag. This is obviously a low pro camera bag. You saw the logo there. I don't know. I bought it from Best Buy. I don't know exactly what the brand is, but that's what's in my camera bag. That's what I'm using to make videos for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this top-down shot kind of a video. If you liked it, go ahead and hit like. Subscribe if you want to see more stuff like this. Tech and all sorts of different gaming and photography video stuff that I'm doing on this channel. And thank you so much for watching. Okay, bye.